The importance and role of technology in Barangay Usiao, Bacon District, Sorsogon City during the COVID-19 pandemic. Introduction. Nowadays, we are aware of using technologies such as gadgets like cell phones and laptops. We can easily access and connect to the modern world. The arrival of technology has required significant changes in many aspects of our lives and improved the exchange of information and the presentation of data. In this pandemic, technology becomes an in-demand because most of us rely on it. It is important for such workers and for students that are currently taking virtual classes. This digital divide makes it virtually impossible for some students to learn during the pandemic. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, it affects the life of all citizens. This phenomena really make our life cruel. Many businesses, schools, and transportation needs to shut to ensure the safetyness of us. While our country is in lockdown, many workers constrained to stay in their different houses. If students are not being sustained their temporal interruptions and if teachers are doing their job effectively during and after the pandemic, our education system will be able to identify which of us students are striving. The statements mean to know the importance and role of technology in Barangay Osiao, Bacon District, Sorsogon City during the COVID-19 pandemic. Objectives of the study. The statements that the study needs to respond are to determine the importance and role of technology in Barangay Osiao, Bacon District, Sorsogon City during the COVID-19 pandemic. The first part will contain the letter of consent that allows the researcher to gather data legally. The second part will contain the personal life. The third part will contain the participants' insight about the importance and role of technology during the pandemic. Research design. Quantitative descriptive research design. The researcher used a quantitative method to answer the research problems. Primarily, the researcher used quantitative descriptive research design. The researcher aims to identify the importance and role of technology in Barangay Osiao, Bacon District, Sorsogon City during the COVID-19 pandemic. The researcher collected insights from various related literature and study. Then the researcher generated a researcher-made computer questionnaire consists of three parts: the letter of consent, personal profile, and participants' insight about the importance and role of technology during the COVID-19 pandemic. The researcher used narrative and content analysis research design tradition as a strategy of inquiry. Sampling method, purposive sampling method. The researcher use the purposive sampling method in the research study. It enables the research to squeeze a lot of information out of data that they have collected and gathered. This allows researchers to describe the major impact their findings have on the population. Quantitative methods allow you to systematically measure variables and test hypotheses. Participants of the study. The generated researcher-made computer questionnaire using Google Forms will be distributed to 50 working from home students with the age range of 15 to 25 years old in Barangay Osiao, Bacon District, Sorsogon City. The researcher will use primary source of data to answer research questions. Particularly, the researcher will collect participants' answer through researcher-made computer questionnaire. The generated researcher-made computer questionnaire using Google Forms will be distributed to 50 participants with the age range of 15 to 25 years old in Barangay Osiao, Bacon District, Sorsogon City. The researcher ensures that the rules and protocols are strictly observed and followed during the research to avoid conflicts arising. Proper and constant cooperation with 15 to 25 years old working from home students that serves the participants of the study. Moreover, the researcher distributes letters that ensure the participants that all the information will be kept privately and used only for research purposes. Data collection method. The method used in research is one-on-one interview. One-on-one interview includes generating a researcher-made computer questionnaire that will be used to gather data. The researcher-made computer questionnaire will be created using Google Forms for easy and safe distributions. Data collection instrument. The researcher will conduct a survey using Google Forms. The researcher-made computer questionnaire created using Google Forms will be distributed to 50 participants with the age range of 15 to 25 years old. The researcher-made computer questionnaire contains three parts: the letter of consent, personal profile, and the insights about importance and role of technology during the pandemic.